Welcome back to another episode 7 of Heart and Hustle, where we keep it real, raw, and honest all the way. And of course, today we have a special guest with us, Mr. Omar. How we doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Solomon, how are you?
I'm great. I'm great. I'm so excited. We
Super
have somebody
excited.
special, like real special.
Very much.
You know what? You know one of the good thing is that people who kind of like follow our podcast, we only bring in special people for them,
That's the goal.
and people who's doing so many great things in the community. And we have this man right there, and I'm so happy you're here. I'm so glad you're here with us, and I think we're gonna have a lot of great conversations, and today. And but before we move forward, how you feeling today? You know, we have some conversation behind the camera while we sit at the table. Are you feeling good? You ready for to have a good time?
I'm feeling good. You fattened me up. So, so I think I'm going to be good. Yeah.
Gotcha. That's good. That's good. So now, I know a little bit about you, and I follow you on social media, and I see things that you've been doing in the community. But you know, it's always great for the person who's actually been doing all the great things, who's telling people. But can you tell people a little bit about who you are and where you're from and all that stuff?
Okay. So I'm Omar Daniel. I was born and raised in Austin, New York. And I grew up loving the sport of basketball.
Nice.
I can remember I was late night watching college basketball, and I saw this guy. He was amazing, and you might know him, Michael Jordan.
Don't we all?
Yes, and
Oh, yeah.
from that point on, I just had the basketball bug. That's all I wanted to do, play basketball. Did that, high school, went to college, University of Hartford. Got to play with a good guy. His name was Vinny Baker. He went on to play at Boston. Then, life happened, and, I started working, got married. And my uncle and I, we were lucky my grandparents had a house on an island off the coast of Massachusetts. It's called Martha's Vineyard. And in 2000, we started a three-on-three basketball tournament.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and it was for kids from elementary to high school, and our goal was just for the kids to have a great physical activity,
Got it.
something to do to stay out of trouble,
Okay.
and us to be able to mentor them and talk to them.
Nice.
And so we did that for 10 years.
And
on
all that
Martha's
happened in
Vineyard.
what city again?
This was on Martha's Vineyard in Massachusetts, and we named it Vineyard Streetball Classic.
Okay.
And so I did that for 10 years there.
Got it.
In between that time, I was married, had kids, and we had the opportunity to move to Georgia.
Okay.
And so when we moved to Georgia, I did the tournament on Massachusetts until 2010. We moved here in 2005. So I did it 5 more years, traveling back and forth during the summer there. And I wanted to see what the climate was in Georgia first before I introduced the 3-on-3 concept here.
Got it.
Yeah, and so after a while, my son started playing basketball, and we did rec basketball here. I became a rec basketball coach for the Douglas County
Gotcha.
Recs department. This is a funny story. I went to sign my son up, and it was like late registration. And so the director of basketball said, well, it's kind of late, but if you coach,
Oh, okay.
you could sign your son up. So that started my coaching career here in Douglas
In
County.
Douglasville.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I coached my son, I coached my daughter in rec basketball, and then a friend of mine and his son and my son, they were good friends. And when he was in 5th and 6th grade, we started a travel team.
Okay.
And so the travel team, we played AAU, we played YBOA, which is a subset of AAU, and we did that for 6 years
Okay.
here in Douglas County.
Okay. So now, if I got it correct, from the other place you used to live and you come here in Douglas
Mm-hmm.
County, so you still follow the same path of thing that you used to do before. So my question is to you, what is the what is the motivation? What is one of the reason, the key reason that make you keep going the same thing you was doing before?
You know, I really learned a lot through basketball. Um, it's not just playing the sport. It teaches you life skills. You know, how to be a team player. You know, just working with someone else. It brings you joy to be able to accomplish something,
Got you.
learn a skill, and I wanted to give back to kids that look like me
Got you.
that opportunity. I met. I didn't go pro or anything like that, but I met a lot of people through playing basketball, especially when I grew up on Martha's Vineyard.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there was a big center for basketball, and it was guys from all over the East Coast, West Coast. They would come to the vineyard,
Mm-hmm.
and I would get a chance to play against them. Then, of course, we go to the beach, we go into town,
Mm-hmm.
have an ice cream or whatever. And so I was able to meet a lot of people through the sport,
Got it.
right? And I wanted to be able to give that back to kids that wanted something to do,
Got it.
right? And
Mm-hmm.
so I had a skill and I knew how to do it, and I wanted to bless kids to do that, and I was able to do it.
That's good. That's
Hmm.
good. Good.
So it's like, is there like a specific moment that made you realize, of course, from starting it in Boston,
Hmm.
right? That made you realize, you know what? I'm gonna come to Douglas and I'm gonna keep continue doing, that same tournament that I am doing.
Hmm. So I saw the basketball climate in Douglasville at the time,
Mm-hmm.
and it could be better. And I
Okay.
said the reason it could be better is because I could teach fundamental skills,
Mm-hmm.
and a 3-on-3 is a great way
Mm-hmm.
to do that, and it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't have to be a kid that has a lot of skill.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the travel basketball, the kids are at a higher level, and it's very minimal how many kids could play, right? Because you have to have
Gotcha.
that high skill set.
Mm-hmm.
With the 3-on-3, you could be a novice and you can enjoy the sport and start learning the sport. And you never know, that person that was a novice might be the better kid at the
Mm-hmm.
end of the day. So I was like, I had a lot of passion, a lot of joy when I did the tournament on Martha's Vineyard,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm here in Douglas County, and I wanted to give back to the community here.
Got it.
So that was my way to give back to the community. I have a degree in psychology, and I worked in group homes
Mm-hmm.
in New York, and so I was always around kids, and I have 4 kids of my own.
Got it.
So I love kids, and so it just a great fit. You know, I played the sport, I love the sport, and I had a successful tournament on Martha's Vineyard. And I said, this is something that Douglas County doesn't have,
Got
Nice.
it.
and I want to give back to the county. So that's something I did. Hmm.
That's super, super interesting. Now, the thing about it is, it's not just a giving and, you protecting at the same time. The reason I'm saying that is because in it's so many things that's happening with this generation right now, especially for the youth. And I believe that you doing this program is kind of like helping the mom and the dad, helping the kids and stuff like that.
Yes.
Now, the way I want to go with that question is, in the past couple of years, is a lot of situation that's happened in the county and the city and where you live right now in Douglasville. Now, that's one situation that's happened not too long ago. I had a guest on the podcast. Her name is Miss Chanel, where she lost her daughter, and throughout a tragedy thing that's happened. Now, my question is to you is, how do you feel about those violence that's going on in our community?
That's a good question. What I can do is, it starts at my home base, which is my wife and my kids, and I give them my values that I was given by my father, my grandfather, and then when they bring kids in, and then when I get involved in the community, I share those same values with them when I have them, So I would, talk to the kids. It's basketball is life, So I would talk to the kids about what's going on in school, what's going on at home, and they would talk to me because they respected me and they trusted me.
Yeah.
And so I would be able to give them advice that was solid advice to help them maneuver what's going on, get away from things that might get them in trouble.
Yeah.
My father was a correction officer in New York, right? So I knew what not to do
Yeah. What
and what to do. You know, if I get, even when I get pulled over by a police officer, how to handle my situation. You know, so I was able to give that to the kids as well.
Nice.
And you know, hopefully that would steer them in the right direction,
And
where
I'm sure it will.
they might, because you know they got a lot of kids in the ear that don't know anything, only know what they see, right? And so I was someone of a guidance. They saw I have a business, right? They saw I had a business. They saw that I had a passion for the sport,
Nice.
you know. So it gave me a lot of credibility with them, and they listened.
That's good.
So that's what I did, you know, to keep them out of situations. Coming from New York, it was rough. It's hard. It's, you
Now-
know, it's that you got to be on your P's and Q's. You know, yeah.
If you had a message you would have sent out there with those parents, with all those violence that's happening to the new generations, and you know, all the dying, it's a bunch of young kids. If you would have message you would have shared, what would it be?
You know, I talk to my wife a lot about, you know, why does this happen to certain people and things like that. And, you know, you have to have a faith base. So having a faith and having a direction of what you want to do in your life could be very crucial to you surviving whatever comes your way. Because things are going to come your way. You got to have the people in place so that you can go around it, you know, go over it, whatever that trouble could be. So my advice would be to have if you can develop a good faith base, helps a lot in what you're gonna have to go through in life.
Got it.
So you mentioned that you had a successful tournament
Yes.
in Boston.
Yes.
What were like the support you was getting, or like what was the step that you took for that to turn out to be very, very positive?
I had a lot of good things going for me. One, we were a known family in the community.
Nice.
The courts were literally 4 houses down from my grandmother's home. I grew up there. I was a summer resident. So I knew a lot of people. I knew a lot of business owners in the community as I grew up. And we did something different that no one was doing. And we didn't charge the kids and stuff. And we just invited them to come and have a good time. I was blessed one year. Dr. J came through.
Oh wow.
Ray Allen's daughter played in my tournament up there. So we had a lot of good exposures to people, and then it just grew over time. You know, I did it for 10 years. You know, the first years were rough, but
Definitely.
I knew I had something good, and I just kept doing it and kept doing it and believing and having a faith that I was doing something positive for the kids, and it would reflect. And it did. And so I was like, I could do that again here.
Yeah. And especially the community need that. Anyway.
Yeah,
Community
definitely.
needed it. And, you know, me and my wife, we were part of the Chamber of Commerce here in Douglas County as business owners in a different cleaning business. And so I had a lot of networking with businesses and people in the community. So it gave me a good start with credibility in the community. And then I was already coaching on the rec level and the travel ball level. So I had that following already as well. And then there was a lot of organizations that were here for travel ball that are still here in the community, and they co-signed and brought their kids in to play in the tournament and volunteer. Yeah.
Okay. So to you, what is the meaning or the mission behind these tournaments?
The mission for me is to get the kids to do more physical activities and have something to do other
them
than
busy.
other than on the video games and
Being
out in
out
the
there with
street,
friends.
out in the
Mm-hmm.
street, and getting involved with older guys that will convince them to do something that they
Correct,
shouldn't be
correct.
doing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Getting in front of men
Definitely.
that could talk to them, right? Helping the parent because some parents are working 2, 3 jobs
Mm-hmm.
Facts,
and they need
facts.
someone that could be there for their kid, and they know they're safe and they're doing something that's going to be physical and produce good energy and stuff for the kids. So
Definitely.
that's really why
The
I do
mission
it.
for you. That's good.
So I know you've done that before. So a lot of time people they only see the final project.
Yeah.
They see like, oh, it was a tournament happened and everything. Now, can you share any story that in the past tournament, something that's happened, because I'm sure like having those kids and is a lot, is a handful. And to move around with them and taking places, they gotta eat. Give us a little bit of any story, a little bit background on those situations. How you guys handle those things, because I'm sure that you own a business and your wife own a business, and you still make the time to doing that for the kids. But share that the real deal behind all that.
It was very, very difficult in the beginning to get the buy-in with the kids and then the community. So, I had to work extra hard to speak to people about how this would benefit the kids. When we had the kids, getting the dinners, getting the breakfasts, uniforms and things like that. The parents were the most part were in because they needed someone to guide their son into doing something positive. So just having the background with my father and my grandfather being good men and teaching me right from wrong, I was able to just go through whatever the difficulties of getting the funding and stuff like that. I found the ways to do that
Got it.
through my businesses, through networking and talking to people in the community, and seeing my passion for the sport and for the transformation we can make in basketball in Douglas County.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have a event that's coming up, right? So now the events you have coming up supposed to be a life changing for so many parents and so many kids, but it can only happen if anybody take action. So now my thing is, and I want you to share anything that anybody need to know about the program that's coming up, for them to know one of the main reason they need to come forward and sign up their kids and be a part of the whole movement.
Okay. So the tournament that we're going to be doing now is for the Douglas County Education Foundation.
Okay.
They are a nonprofit organization here in Douglas County, and their goal is to provide scholarships for graduating seniors in Douglas County
Okay.
to allow them to have more funding for college, for whatever the
Nice.
gap is that they need money for.
Nice.
This tournament is going to be one of the unique tournaments because it's a 3-on-3. It's for youth, and there's not many, or if any, done around the area.
Right, yeah,
So this
definitely.
is going to be special. It's going to be annual,
Okay,
right? So
that's
this is
good.
something that the kids can be looking forward to
Every
doing. You don't have to be a superstar. You could be a novice and learn and develop basketball skill by doing the tournament. There are going to be opportunities for mentorships there too,
Nice.
with the kids. So if they want that, we can provide that for the parents. It's another avenue to give their kids something to do in this community, and it's a unique event. So parents, volunteers, people that played basketball or wanted to play basketball or wanted to be involved with children's development. This is a great opportunity for you to get involved.
Beautiful.
So all that sounds so great, so perfect, right? My one question is, did you ever had to overcome any financial or location or even community to like challenges to be where you're at today?
In the tournament or just in general?
In general.
I would say yes. I mean, life always throws you challenges. So, starting a business, moving here from New York and not knowing anyone. So I had to get active in the community. I had to show people my passion and what my integrity was.
Right.
And my wife and I, we built our business from the ground up. We worked hard for many years to build it. We had good support from our families.
Nice.
So it allowed us to move forward. And like I said, I have 4 kids, and they were young when we moved here. Moved here in 2005, and we did a lot of hard work, day to day. And kids need to know that things don't come easy. And in basketball, I told you it was something that teaches. It's like a life thing. You win some, you lose some, right?
Definitely.
And you gotta. So if you lose, you gotta go back and find. Well, what did I do?
Right.
How can I improve that?
Right.
Basketball teaches you that. When you win, you win. You're happy, right?
happy,
But
yeah.
you don't win all the
Definitely.
time,
Right.
right?
100%.
And life is like that. You have ups and downs, right? So I gathered from family. I gathered from sports, and this this tournament could give kids the opportunity to see good and bad, and how you deal with that. The programs we did, I did travel basketball here, and I did a feeder program from Douglas County High School, and I was able to deal with a lot of kids from the community, and we were able to talk to them about, you got to come, you got to show up on time. You have to have the proper equipment, right? And that's in life. You can't go. You're a lawyer. You can't go in scrubs. Right, so you got to come to the table prepared.
Right.
And so we were able to, even though it was an hour, 2 hours a day, we were able to get in and talk to them, and get those seeds in there for them to start thinking differently.
That's good.
Then so yeah,
That's really good.
that's very powerful. That's why this is a good thing for the community, and people should come out.
That's really good. And I have a strong feeling that, and the people in Douglasville, they're going to embrace that, because first, there's nobody doing it. That's one. And second thing about it is passion behind it, because you're not those people who just, a lot of people, they, I'll tell you like that. So many people got nonprofit organization. They're like, oh, we're helping kids, we're helping stuff like that. And, the passion is not there for real. And, you've been doing it for so long.
Yeah.
And your tournament is a nonprofit, right?
So when I ran my own tournament, it was.
Okay.
I'm working in partnership with a nonprofit in Douglasville that this is something that I'm bringing to them, gifting to them to run the tournament so they can fundraise for their nonprofit.
Gotcha. Okay.
Gotcha. So yeah, I think it's definitely something that's people need to really take action towards that, because it's not just basketball, and is a place where your kids gonna come out with something.
Yes.
And on top of that, it's a piece. You rather have your kids in a park where you can have a bad news comes in, or you want your kids to be around somebody who's actually got kids that know the value, that know the meaning of kids, and which is, I think, is definitely something that's a great thing for the community. Now, one of the questions that I always ask people is that throughout the time you've been doing what you've been doing, right? What would it be your most thing that keep you motivated to keep going?
Kids. So like I said, I worked with kids for over 10 years in New York, on like a social work level. Worked in group homes, with kids. I have my own kids, so I know this is something that they could grasp and have fun with. And then at the same time, I could teach them lessons. I could teach them life lessons, about working hard, about showing up on time, doing what you say you're gonna do. Those things are so crucial that you could take with you into your life doing anything. It doesn't have to be basketball,
100%.
right? But basketball is the tool to give that knowledge to the kids. So having that opportunity to be able to do that is why.
That's beautiful.
Speaking of, have you had like any kids that joined the tournament and their life have like completely changed just because they joined in a positive way?
That's a good question. What I can say is that over the years of me doing basketball in this community, the kids have grown up and moved on. And then when they see me in the community now, it's like they just light up, right?
Nice.
And they come over to me and they tell me, Coach, thank you for being there.
Okay.
So I don't have specific things, but I know that when I see the kids that I coached, they're very happy to see me, and
There's a connection.
Yeah, they tell me what they're currently doing, and it's positive. So I want to say I had an impact on their life.
That's great.
So do you like have kids coming back years after years, or like how does it go?
So when the pandemic happened, we stopped because we had to. So now we want to build that back up so that we can have the kids come back. So we're starting at fourth and fifth grade this year, and then the next 2 years we'll add middle school and high school. So we'll have a continuous
Rotation.
years of kids
Gotcha.
coming into the program.
That's very good.
Yeah.
So now, I know you say you have business in a county, and you have kids, you have a wife, so then your hand is full. Now, how do you manage to be able to still family, business, and the tournament that you're about to do?
So the good thing is partnering and networking with other businesses and people in the community. And so when the pandemics happened and I stopped doing the tournament and everything went back to normal, so to speak, 2 women in the foundation knew I did the tournament.
Okay.
And they wanted something to do to another fundraiser that was unique. So they came to me. And so you need people, like-minded people, to help you with your mission, whatever it is in life, right?
Right.
And so I was able to do that because they saw my work ethic in my businesses.
The vision.
Right, and they saw me I did 4 tournaments before the pandemic. I did at the Boys and Girls Club, I did at the mall, and I did it at Jesse Davis.
Nice.
So people know about it. They see my work, and so just partnering with people, partnering with businesses, is great. And so with this tournament, it's the player part. There is a sponsor part. So if you're a business and you like basketball or you just like kids, you can sponsor the tournament.
Beautiful.
If you're starting a small business, we have vendor opportunities.
Nice.
So you can be a vendor.
Nice.
And if you just want to volunteer, you can come out and volunteer.
Okay, so now I know you're a business owner, and your wife also a business owner. Now, can you share to us, the type of business that you do and how long you've been doing it?
Yes. So we moved here in 2005 and we started a commercial residential cleaning company in 2006. And so we've been in that business since 2006.
Nice.
Enjoy Life Cleaning Services. And so we've been doing that for a long time.
So is that current right now? Like you guys still doing it?
We still currently have that business, yes. So we provide cleaning services for homes owners that need cleaning. We do commercial cleaning as well. We have several accounts in Douglas County that we do cleaning for. So, yeah.
Okay. So some question for the cleaning business. I'm gonna leave you for your
Okay.
wife. So we're
Yeah,
going to talk
yeah.
about that.
Uh-huh.
So let's talk about the man business.
Okay.
You know, so I know you say you have another business, which is the junk removal business.
Yes, I do junk removal. I started that in 2021. Enjoy Life Junk Removal. So, people that have junk in their home, during COVID, everybody was looking around and getting rid of stuff. So the business started and it took off, and I've been doing that for quite a while. I enjoy it.
Nice. So
you
you've
know,
been doing it for a good, like,
Yes.
5 years now?
4 years. 4 years.
So what made you jump to that business? Like,
I was watching a guy out in California on YouTube.
uh-huh.
When you're sitting everybody was sitting at home.
Got it.
So I got on the educational part of YouTube, and he was like, if you got a pickup and a pickup, you could start a business. And so it was an extension of cleaning, because it's cleaning, right? Getting
Right.
rid of people's
Right.
things they don't want. And people were at home cleaning, looking around, and they had a pile of stuff in their garage.
Right.
And they called me. I come and get it. So basically, we just started with our cleaning company clients and asked them, "Hey, we're starting a business, and do you have any things that you wanted to get rid of?"
Got it.
And then it just turned into that, and
The credit was already there.
yeah, created a website, got on social about it, and it took off.
Nice.
So how do you find time for your tournament?
So during COVID, I didn't do the tournament, right? So we did the cleaning went even more because people wanted their houses cleaned.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So we did well. The client would be upstairs, we clean downstairs,
That's
and
it.
we go upstairs and they go down. So we would do that, and then with junk, you could leave it outside.
Yeah.
So
Right.
we didn't even have to come in the home for the junk. We would
That's
just
good.
go out and get it in the garage
No
or outside.
contacts.
So it was just a great business to have at the time.
I saw some stuff online, and I have to ask you this question.
Yes, sir.
So throughout that time you've been doing that, what is the most scary stuff you ever see?
Oof.
And what is the most scary thing you ever see?
Okay, so we cleaned a hoarder house. In that house, there was 10 cats.
10
Wow.
It was the cat's house.
10.
Yeah. Everything you can imagine on the floor. That was bad.
I can
You
tell
could smell the
because
house from the driveway. That's how bad it was. We had, those white suits?
Mm-hmm.
White suits, booties, goggles, hoodies, gloves, taped around.
wow.
Yeah, it was bad.
I can tell because that memory stayed with you.
Yeah, it was bad.
I saw a guy. I saw a guy online, and him and his body were trying to catch a rat.
No.
Did you ever?
Not trying to catch rats. No. I can deal with cats. No rodents. Sorry.
Yeah.
No.
Got you.
No,
So
sir.
now, throughout that time you've been doing it. So, and of course, I'm sure it's you enjoy doing it.
Yes.
What is something that you ever wake up one day you feel like, damn, is that something that I should keep doing it, or is that something I should stop?
The businesses that we have, I enjoy. So I can't say that about the businesses that we do, because we're giving joy to someone coming into their home and cleaning their home.
Facts,
and then
facts.
they can enjoy their family. They can enjoy reading a book or going for a walk or something. So we provide a great service. So I'm a servant. I have a servant heart. My wife has a servant heart.
Beautiful.
So we believe that, I enjoy what I do.
That's good.
I enjoy what I do. Yeah.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
And what are the questions I ask everybody? You want to ask that question? I'm gonna ask it. So I always ask it. So if you want to go for it, I will let you go.
Go ahead.
I like to ask business owners because it's a hard and hustle, and and
We got to keep it real.
So
Yes.
me and her, we have business ourselves. So I like to ask people. Now, from that time you've been doing the junk removal business, what is the most you ever make?
Let's make it both the junk or the cleaning. So
No. The cleaning, we got to bring the wife. So
Okay.
we're gonna leave this for the
Okay.
wife.
Okay.
So, so
Yeah,
now-
she's in the
now-
background there. She's
So-
like, no.
Yeah, she in the background like, okay, listen, I'm ready to come now. So yeah, what is the reason I'm asked these questions?
Yeah.
And sometimes people doing sort of business, like, man, this guy's wasting their time and whatever
Yeah.
stuff like that. So I like to ask business owners those questions to share those things. What is the most you ever make in a junk removal business in one day?
In one day. That would be the hoarder situation.
With the cats.
Yes.
Because that one you had to wax for that one.
Yeah, and that was 12K.
12K
12,000.
in one day.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. That's good.
Yeah.
That's really good. So for people that's out there, talk about junk removal ain't got no money.
They make a lot of money.
You know what I'm saying? There's money in there, which is a good thing. And you know, one thing I always tell people, I say, yo, if you out there, and it's always great to trying to find something you built, and you can transfer that to your kids. Same thing you see how you say your wife have this whole program where she can help people, and you know, want to start their clinics and everything, but all that fall because she started. And she started, and she have experience. She be able to do it. Now, we're gonna shift back to the whole program that's coming up. Now, I need you to telling people anything they need to know: the date, the time. Why should they sign up their kid and make sure they are part of this movement?
Okay. Well, first of all, it's called the Deville 3-on-3. Yeah, that's the name of the tournament, and we're going to do that September 13th. It's a Saturday.
Got it.
From 10 to 4 at Mason Creek Middle School.
Nice.
Okay, they should sign their kid up because it is a unique event in Douglasville that is exclusive to the Douglas County Education Foundation, which is a youth double elimination 3-on-3 basketball tournament. No one else is doing that here in Douglas County. Very few in Atlanta, if any, on the youth side. And it's a fun event. It's a family event.
Nice.
So it's something your family could do together. The parents can come and watch. They can check out the vendors we're going to have there. They can support other small businesses in the community by coming. Also, it's a great educational event because the kids are going to learn about 3-on-3 instead of 5-on-5. They're going to learn 3-on-3, and they're going to learn how to play with their friends.
Nice.
It's a great opportunity for their friends to talk about coming together and doing something together. So if you are a vendor and you want to show your small business, it's a great opportunity. You can go on our website and you can become a vendor. If you're a small business in the community, you're looking for an event to sponsor, if you're kid oriented, this is a great opportunity.
Beautiful.
If you are just someone that just wants to give back to the community, you can volunteer. We have a lot of volunteer opportunities.
Nice.
If you are a referee or you want to be a referee, you could do that with us. We need referees. So a lot of opportunities.
That's really good. So I think that's one on the program that I don't want people to wait when it's the last minute to jump in. And a lot of people, they want to see the train moving for them to jump. And I tell people is always better to start with the train instead of trying to hop on the train. So
definitely,
you know, it's good. And we back this up, and we're gonna make sure that, you know, a lot of people knows about it. And if you get to see the podcast, we definitely suggest you where we will put in the screen a QR code where you can scan it and you'll be able to sign up. Go
right to the tournament. That'd be great. And you can, and everything is digital, so you could sign up right there, right online. If you want to sign up your son or daughter, and it's co-ed, so it's not just boys; it's boys and girls can play.
Beautiful.
Right. And then if you want to vend, you can sign up as a vendor. You can sign up as a volunteer. You can sign up as a sponsor. It's not too late for sponsorships as well. So we're always looking for that.
Nice. I think that was really good. Now, I don't know if Zoe have any question, because I know my one question I ask you is, if you would be one thing you would have say to the youth, what would be the message?
One thing I would say to the youth is go out and try different things in your community and be involved in your community. And this is one thing that you could do that you'll have fun. You'll get a shirt, a meal, and a drink
Nice.
free from us to you. So if you're a 4th or 5th grader out there, this is something you can do on a weekend,
Beautiful.
and no cost to you.
Nice.
So all this sounds so good, so great. I had to ask you this: how do you want people to remember you?
How do I want people to remember Omar Daniel?
Yes.
I want them to remember that I am a good father, a good husband, and that I care about people.
That's great.
And from all the stuff that you are doing, definitely.
That's already said.
Yeah, it shows it all.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I was just spending time with my dad today. It's Labor Day, and for 27 plus years, he worked in a correction facility.
Beautiful.
For me and my sister.
Wow.
He worked hard in an environment, so that shows. And that gives me the strength and things that I want to do for my kids and people and kids in the community.
That's
so, I just thank my dad for showing the way.
Nice.
Well, me, I'm gonna thank you because it's Labor Day. You were supposed to be with your wife somewhere else, and
maybe grilling or something.
And that say everything. That say the passion, the personality, and who you are, and which is when I give you the date, it was a date where most people want to be home with their family. Is the passion of what you're doing. Like, it doesn't matter what days I'm gonna be here.
Yeah.
And man, be honest with you, I would tell you we appreciate you what you're doing in the community.
Thank you.
And I hope success go towards that. And like I would say in the background that I was telling his wife, like, you and them should go live on Welcome to Douglasville, so they can talk about the tournament.
Giving you some
can
more
ask
jobs to
questions.
do.
I speak on your behalf.
I do have another question for you though.
Yes.
I didn't want us to cut the camera and I didn't get to ask you that. So if a young person is watching this, I'm sure there's plenty of young person that of course subscribe to the YouTube, but that young person feels lost. Knowing the fact that you deal with young kids all the time, what will the step you would tell them to take?
Well, if he's having some difficulties home or in school, try to find someone that he has confidence in that he can speak to, and speak to somebody. You gotta speak to somebody. Don't hold it in. So that could be a teacher, that could be the nurse at the school, that could be a pastor, that could be a family member, somebody that you trust. You gotta speak to them and talk to them. Yeah.
Perfect, because a lot of kids is struggling and silent out there, and nobody understands them.
Yeah, that hurts more to not get it out and talk to somebody about it, because there are people that do care in the world. You just have to reach out.
Definitely
and
agree.
that someone is there for you. Yeah.
Agreed.
Hey, there you got it, Mr. Omar.
Yes, sir.
And coming with the clutch and with this whole great program in the community. And for people that's out there that say you're doing things, do the right thing. This man has been doing it for a minute and is still going at it, putting their work. There's one thing I hear people do. I'm gonna say right there to you.
Okay.
A lot of people, they don't appreciate what you're doing until you're not here. But over here, and I appreciate people while they're here doing what they're doing.
Okay.
And we're giving you your flower, and we'll make sure that we support it. And I pray God during that time that I'm in town, I'll be able to be at the tournament as well.
Definitely.
And I'll be able to support it, and you will be able to involve as much that we can, because you already done a lot of works. You need different hands to keep the ball rolling. Thank you for coming. If you want to add anything else.
It was a pleasure of having you.
I do. I want to say thank you for allowing me to come to your podcast.
Anytime.
Eating your good food, okay, and sharing some knowledge to your wife and to my wife. I just appreciate that, man, and I thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to get on your platform.
Sound good. We appreciate you. There you go. You have it. Mr. Omar was live with us. Listen, go out there and sign up. Sign up and making sure you guys support. It's not just a kid. You can be a vendor. You can be a part of the movement. Business owners support those type of movements, because A lot of people have their kids on the park, they at the mall, things happening.
You're
When
doing
you see
bad
somebody
stuff.
who's actually putting their work, trying to keep those kids out of the trouble, don't ignore this. Make sure y'all do something about it. So we're gonna see you guys on the next video.
Next
All right.
video. We'll see you soon.
All right.